Yeah, I mean, big audiences have always mattered to the whole TV and media industry, and they continue to do so. And I think that the prevalence of new technologies enables one to enhance the experience of those big audiences, and in a way deepen the engagement of them if used in the right way. It doesn't work for every type of content, doesn't work for every type of programming, but for some particularly big entertainment shows, etc., in a way it's becoming essential to be able to marshal the social activities of the audience in order to make that show really stand out. However, I think there's also a whole range of programming where actually that long tail of programming where it's also necessary to make sure that all of it is optimized for and able to be found and exploited in social environments and on the web. So I think as well as picking out the biggest and the best programming to support with multi-platform extravaganzas, it's essential to raise all the boats of all output as well, because someone will want to be talking about some aspect of it or exploring deeper in some way on it. Yeah, there's no doubt. I think the UK has been at the forefront, particularly what the BBC and Channel 4 have done over the last few years. ITV also doing some interesting things now. I think that there are budgetary pressures in each one of those organisations, no question. However, I think that the kind of work that's been going on, particularly in BBC and at Channel 4, to make sure that every programme, all of their output has some sort of web presence, even if that's a basic, fairly automated service, actually has stripped a lot of cost out of the multi-platform production process and enabled them to focus on a fewer, bigger, better initiatives that really cut through with audiences. However, there's no doubt that in order to make these things efficient and more effective, then actually they can't just be add-ons anymore. The innovation probably has to happen at the heart of the programming. The whole production team, all the writers, all the actors need to be able to think cross-platform and operate cross-platform in order to make these things seamlessly work in all kinds of different environments. And if you do that, then actually I think you cost the whole initiative as one thing rather than multi-platform here, TV here. Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily think there's a problem with the way consumers value content. I think you know, they love, you know, all aspects of content that they get. The problem's with the monetization of it, and I think, you know, one has to be very cautious of quite crude attempts to monetize. So I'm not a big paywall fan myself. I'm consistently frustrated as a consumer by paywalls, by the sort of teasers that I'm led through, and then the brick wall comes up and it's like, right, pay, pay, pay. And as a consumer, for most of the stuff I'm being offered in those environments, news, I'm sort of thinking I can find it elsewhere or I can find it for free. But there are services which genuinely feel like they offer me added value if I am a subscriber, where I do pay. Or there are other methods of paying where it's so convenient and again, I feel like I'm getting value. So for example, I am a Spotify subscriber. That has given me you know, an ad-free environment. It's given me the ability to operate across multiple devices, and I feel like I get phenomenal value for my £10 a month from Spotify. And various iPad apps that I've bought, you know, shelled out £2, £3, £4, again for the kind of design, functionality, gaming features, whatever it is that I'm looking for there, that feels like value. So I think that one has to be very cautious about trying to monetize in overly crude ways, because I think the audience will just sniff it out and see through it right away. But trying to identify those trigger points where the audience genuinely would feel, yes, okay, that would represent additional value. There's an interesting thing in the survey about improved video or audio quality. I'm the kind of guy who might pay for that as well, actually. You know, give me a basic service at fairly low quality, but if I feel like I want a full HD version or a lossless audio version, then yes, I might upgrade to that. I think understanding the value audiences are getting from your content, products and services is going to be essential.